hello fellow Tiger Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in a tier 8 Swedish medium tank, Draugen. I think that's how you pronounce it, Draugen. So you haven't seen this tank on my channel as of yet. I do own it. I played few games in it. I'm not awfully impressed about this tank, to be honest. But, you know, at top tier, the way I was drawn in this match, with this tank having almost 400 alpha per shell, it's absolutely ridiculous. And also, not to mention that you have HESH shells as your secondary rounds with penetration of 210 millimeters. Standard shells are APCRs with 236 millimeter of penetration and 390 alpha. HESH shells 210 millimeters of pen with 480 alpha. I mean, that is crazy, absolutely crazy for this tank. So the tank doesn't have a lot of armor, so if you play at tier 10, if you're bottom tier in this tank, you have to play it from behind as a support tank. Obviously, you have no armor, anything will be able to pen you, right? The gun is hit and miss, to be honest.
One light deck is coming through.
I'm not too impressed with the gun. The terrain resistance, not the greatest. This tank is sluggish when turning, but when it moves forward, it goes 50 kilometers per hour, which is not bad at all. So overall, I don't think it's a bad tank. That aim time could be a little bit better, but you know what? If compared to Lance and C, I think this tank is still a better choice. So if you are thinking about Swedish premium medium tank, then this would be one of the ones I would actually recommend. Because, you know, it has potential because of that alpha. And fortunately in this game we were drawn as top tier. We are on a map that maybe is not the best for this tank, because Sunset Coast is probably not the greatest map for this. This tank likes big maps, but hey, because we're top tier, we can do something here. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this ELC. And he's completely oblivious to us. He's not paying attention to us, so we will easily be able to take one of the most dangerous tanks at top tier out of the game. So just like that, we're gonna work from this position here. Now this position is very good at map airfield, and it's the same thing here. And look at this RNG. Yeah, that's what happens in this tank quite a lot. I see that shells go into corners of their reticle, right? And they seem to be missing a lot. But anyway, let's continue. Now, the light tank that's currently sitting on the bottom, I think he thought he was dead because of the ELC rounding him. And I think he logged out of the game. Pay attention to him, because he'll be there for the entire game and no one's gonna touch him. And if he was with me at the end of the game, he definitely would have helped me.
The light deck is coming to you, alright.
But because he was gone from the game, he would probably be kicking himself right now, because he would be with me until the end of the game and he would probably have a good game as well, just like I did here. Anyway, so we're gonna work this middle position here. We're gonna hold it and we're gonna try to work out of this position. Again, I don't want to be you know, in front fighting in this tank, because obviously I have no armor. So I want to be sitting more in the background, looking for the enemies to make mistakes, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now I'm at a point now that I'm kind of undecided what to do. I see we have tier 6, I think it's OI on our right hand side, and he's going to be engaging a couple of tier 8s, and I'm like, okay, should I flank him? Should I not? But if I flank him right now, I would be exposing myself to the people that are sitting at the enemy's base. So I decided not to do that. Instead, I thought, why don't I climb up here from this position here? I should have shots at these guys that are at the base. Now I should have been aware of this already, because on map airfield this position is really good as a progression later on in the game. But I wasn't thinking about it at all. And then it just clicked. Bing! Yes, base, this is airfield, so you can come up here and you'll have shots at the guys at base. I didn't think about it at all. But anyway, so we're gonna hang around here for a bit. We're gonna see if we have shots at this iron rain right there, but we have no shot. But I see this Senshi on the bottom there, and we're gonna try to engage that guy in a split second. But I want to see what the Stridsvan is doing. He's not paying attention to us, so we're gonna go after this Senshi. Now, at this point, I realized that I do have shots at the Iron Rain, but I decided to engage Senshi because I thought that was a more dangerous tank, although when you think about it, Iron Rain is probably more dangerous because of the clip potential. But in this situation, I didn't think he would be sitting there where he was. So I was already going after Senshi, so may as well put a damaging hit into him. At the same time now, I see this UDES coming up.
And can you fucking move out to helping this guy over here?
I called it Stridsvan earlier. Yeah, it's not Stridsvan, it's UDES. At the same time, our RD guy is gonna go ballistic, and you can probably hear him in the background.
Helping that guy over here. Yeah. I'm not sure that I'm gonna report you. You're shooting over there. Right there. The guy over here is fucking.
Anyway, we loaded HESH rounds here. I wasn't expecting a penetration here, probably because I was shooting down on the UDES, but I wanted to just kind of drain him down a little bit in HP. That's why I switched to HESH. But regardless, we managed to pen him. So now we're going to try to focus whoever comes out here, and it is the Senshi that pokes out, so we put a shell into him and we take him out of the game. 210 millimeters of penetration is quite enough to go through his side, so we take him out of the game. And now we should be able to get rid of the UDES just like that. Even if we didn't pen him, we should have been able to splash him and taken him out of the game, and we did. So now we're going to pay attention to this Iron Rain. At this point, we don't need HESH shells for him because he's pretty much one shot with any shell. So we take him down right here. And all of a sudden, the Ferdinand decides to go right in the open and show us his ass. So we're going to put a shell into him right there. We ammo rack him at the same time. Unfortunately, we're not going to reload in time in order to take him out. We could have tried to track him there, but I went for the damaging hit because, you know, from this distance, going for a tracking shot, you never know if you're actually going to track or if you're going to miss. So may as well just go for damage. So we know our light tank is AFK, so we cannot count on him. I could count on my RD, but as you're going to see from end screen results, I'm pretty much counting on myself at this point. But I have quite a lot of HP left, so I'm not really worried. I know that Ferdinand is a one-shot. I don't know about the heavy tank, but what we're going to do is we're going to try to chase down the Ferdinand. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to spot him to see if he comes up, but I can't spot him, so we're going to try to be safe here. I don't want to throw away my HP by going through the open area of the map, so we're going to come around the back. Hopefully we can catch him off guard and put a shell into him, take him out of the game, and then we can worry about the heavy tank. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to approach from the back, again using the rocks in our favor as a cover. So we're going to try to poke from around the rock over here, see if we can spot anything. Yes, we spot the Ferdinand, and looks like he's looking away, so we were able to put a shot into his side. And now that the heavy tank is alert of our position, we're going to drop and try to run away, because he was last spotted around this area here, so I'm sure he's somewhere around the base, and I didn't know his HP. There he gets spotted right there, and at that point I realized that he's a one-shot to me, or in one-shot vicinity anyway, and we have enough HP to engage him, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn back, we're going to use the high ground, we're going to try to use our speed to go behind him, so hopefully he'll miss his shot anyway. So that's what we're going to do here, and that's exactly what he does. He misses his shot, so we just auto aim, and we take him out of the game. Quite nice game for Draugen, if you ask me. Actually, I didn't realize at this point that we actually had a Devastator. So yeah, we managed to kill 7 tanks. We managed to put up 4,000 damage. Nothing spectacular for this tank, but at this tier, at top tier, that was a relatively good game. We finished with class 1 mastery, Devastator medal, Top Gun medal, 14 penetrating hits, 7 kills. Quite nice game. We finished on top of the team with 19 base XP, 5 medals, and as you can see, our RD player didn't do much at all. Anyway, we fired 19 shells, we had 15 direct hits and 14 penetrations. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.